As the days go by, we're hearing more news of WNBA trades and free agent signings. In this video, I want to talk about Sydney Colson right here, who many of you have heard has recently agreed to sign with the Indiana Fever. First, I want to speak on some narratives that I feel are pretty harmful to both the players and the league, the WNBA in general. I do not believe players like Sydney Colson, DeWanna Bonner, and Natasha Howard joined the Fever because they were just so eager to play with Caitlin Clark. Playing with Caitlin could have been part of the attraction as well as the overall rise of the Indiana Fever after years of building up the team. However, my theory is that when Stephanie White decided to coach for the Indiana Fever, it made it attractive because Stephanie White is a good coach and she respects her players. With all the bigotry that Indiana fans, both online and in the stadium, spewed towards WNBA players last year, you really think players would be eager to go join that organization? Look at DeWanna Bonner and the bigotry that her fiance, Alyssa Thomas, faced at the hands of Indiana Fever fans, even her past teammate, Dejanay Carrington. And another point I want to make is that Caitlin Clark is not going to elevate their gameplay to some crazy level or that these players are just some scrubs that are joining her. All three of the players I mentioned are champions. Sydney Colson has 2 rings, Natasha Howard has a ring, DeWanna Bonner has a couple of rings. So if in fact they end up doing very well, which I predict this coming season, that is partially the reason why. You have championship experience, veterans of the league coming to Indiana, along with a hungry young core that has been elevating for years, starting with Aaliyah Boston. Also, there is a possibility that these trades and signings can end in disaster or not work. Sometimes when you have a collection of talent, it doesn't pan out for the best. And I'm asking fans of Caitlin, fans of Indiana, do not start ragging on these players if in fact the ship does not sail. So yay, be happy about your team elevating. A lot of you are new fans just because of one player, but it is what it is. Oh, and going back to Sydney, she is not a scrub. She is a very high intensity player, very defensive minded, and she was very important in Las Vegas winning that championship last season. The season before the New York Liberty won. Check her resume. She's a champion. I don't think that the Las Vegas Aces, Becky Hammon, used her very well. And seeing that Stephanie White is a defensive minded coach, I could see her using Sydney a lot more.